That is the challenge if you want to trade for a great quarterback, is if you're Seattle, and it's insane to me, but it seems like it's happening, that this could really happen, that Russell Wilson's going to play for a different team next year in this wild world. But if you call and you're Chicago and you say, hey, we want Russ, and I say, all right, what do you got? Well, we have the 20th pick, and I go, okay, can't get a quarterback with that. And we'll give you 2 more, 3 more, whatever amount of first-round picks. And then in my head I go, okay, but you have the 20th pick, and you had a bad quarterback. You're going to get my quarterback. You're going to make the playoffs every year. So I'm going to get the 20th pick, the 32nd pick, the 26th pick. Crap, where am I getting my quarterback? How am I going to get my quarterback? Yeah, I don't know how that works. And I guess I'd have to look at like Khalil Mack, age and contract. Maybe that helps.
Send him, yeah. But if you're Seattle, you're like, but we have a pass rusher and no quarterback. The reason you guys are trading for a quarterback, he was on your team. You had one of the really good defenses, and you really couldn't get much going. So we don't want to trade situations with you. I think it comes down to, you make them trade Khalil Mack, and is it Eddie Jackson? Now their defense is bad enough, maybe they miss the playoffs, plus they have real picks. They can send them all to you, and now you can trade up from where you are, to get the kind of pick where you could actually draft a replacement quarterback.
Yeah, Gavin, you know that it hurts my heart. Mostly the blatant disrespect of Dak Prescott and how good he is. But a lot of people are cool with having that disrespect for him all the time. And, I don't want to tell people how to think about the guy. So I will just appreciate him properly. Okay. But they are the team that fits with any team that's talking about, whether it's Deshaun Watson, whether it's Russell Wilson. If you're trying to find, because that has to be rule number one. If I'm trading away my franchise quarterback, rule number one is whatever you're giving me back has to help me find my next one. And teams picking in the 20s, you can't do that for me. Yeah. But teams that have a franchise quarterback and can't get a contract done, hey-oh. That's the fit.
Yeah.
Unless you just don't like Dak at all, and I don't think any of the 32 GMs just don't like him at all. Maybe they think his ceiling is limited a little bit, but I don't think any team can get a better offer than Dak in 10.
No, you can't. I mean, to me, if you're the Seattle Seahawks, you're looking at the teams, the teams that you feel like that you could trade with and make it work would be Houston and Dallas. And those are the teams, of the teams that are trying to move on from their quarterbacks and stuff like that, you could say, okay, Houston, you don't like your guy? Okay, this is what we could do for you. Dallas, this is what we can do for you. You can make this thing. To me, Chicago's not the best fit when it comes to how you want to go forward here. Because the idea is if you're going to trade away your Hall of Fame quarterback, you want something in return. Either, hey, I've got to get up there and get my next quarterback, or B, you've got to give me a quarterback that I feel like I can win with.
Indeed.
So that I think, to me, I think Dallas is in a unique situation because, like we talked about, they could if San Francisco is really a player in this thing, and Dallas can't get a deal done, that is the first. I take that back. I'm calling Houston. I'm calling Seattle. And then I'm calling San Francisco if I'm the Cowboys, because I'm gonna figure out one way or another. I'm going to find a way to either get my quarterback, B, get another draft pick so I can go get my quarterback, or C, now think about, okay, well, that all didn't work. I need to go and draft a guy, a Davis Mills from Stanford or somebody like that in the second round.
Guys, I thought up a really good thought to pass on to the Joneses if they're listening. I don't know if anybody had thought of this before. What if they signed their quarterback?
That would be good.
What if
that would be a great start.
Signed their quarterback.
You know what? It's funny. I've talked to people who used to trust these guys for what they were doing.
Yeah.
Nobody trusts these guys anymore. Nobody trusts these guys. They actually think things will get worse. They think the organization is going to get worse.
Uh-oh.
Just around the league. People's like, I don't know about this. You guys all talk about Stephen Jones, this, that, and the other. Sorry, Stephen, if you're listening, just people what they think about you around the league.
Oh,
Ooh.
Wow. You're going at their head on a Monday.
Well, that's, it's not, it's when you talk to people about the direction of, they've botched this thing.
They don't have a direction right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're a Cowboy fan, you're just, what are you hoping for? You're hoping for that somehow, some way that Dak says, I really don't want to be a free agent. I don't care about. I want to be here. You're hoping for that because your organization, your front office didn't get it done 3 years ago when you had the opportunity. Like we've seen these other teams take advantage of rookie contracts, and I'm not saying just on the using those years. I mean, they went after it. They went aggressive. You just let that thing evaporate without even a fifth-year option or anything like that because you didn't have him because he's not a first-round player.
Yeah.
So you should have been even more aggressive at that point in time, and you weren't.
I think Steven maybe, could be taking things in a different direction, and the organization's DNA is not the direction that he wants to take it. So
could very well be.
Maybe he's not allowed to fully execute the plan. But early on, I don't like how it's jiving. I don't like how they drug it out with Tank and Zeke and then ended up paying him. If you're going to play the tough game, let them walk, because right now they have no credibility. All right, it is time now for the GBag of the day, the best audio from the world of sports, pop culture, talk radio, and or the internet. We play them all. Vote on which one we like the best. That is your GBag of the day. You guys agree with that? If you're going to be tough on contracts, you got to let a couple of them walk, and you better be savvy enough to know which positions to pay, which ages to pay.
Yeah, I would say if you're going to be tough on contracts, be tough at positions that aren't that important, and maybe chill out a little bit on the most important one.
There you go.